watch a short video of two people talking about a course they recently took. Listen for any keywords and phrases that may be new to you. Hey Lauren, how's it going?
Hi Kareem. All is well, thank you. I'm glad we've run into each other. I've been meaning to get your opinion about something.
Oh yeah? Okay, shoot.
You took that online course for professional English, right?
I sure did.
What is your opinion about it?
I liked it a lot. Even though I'm a native speaker of English, I still learned so much. For example, I had no idea about the differences between CVs and resumes, or about the STAR approach to answering interview questions. There was a lot of other information I found very valuable as well, but those are the two things that really stuck out for me.
I agree wholeheartedly. There is one thing I wish there was more of, though.
Oh? What's that?
Business etiquette. I mean, they covered some examples of etiquette, but I would have liked to have learned more in this topic specifically.
I understand what you're saying. Okay then, let's break it down and talk about what the course taught us and see what we might need to get more information about.
Good idea. Let's start with the first module of the course.
Okay, well, in that module, they went over some of the language that is used in a professional setting. Of course, they couldn't go over everything, but I think it gave us a good start with some common words and phrases. Within the context of the module, I think the underlying business etiquette is exactly what was taught in the module.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is that within the context of using professional language, intrinsically, you end up also using proper business etiquette simply by using words and phrases correctly in the right situations.
Wow, I never thought about it that way. Okay, what about the other modules?
Well, we can group the second and third modules together because they are very similar. The same thing pretty much applies as in the first module. In other words, simply by using the right language, proper business etiquette is applied. However, when it comes to Module 4, which talks about interviewing, even though there is some etiquette built into the module, they couldn't address everything. So maybe we can look something up for proper etiquette for interviewing.
You're right. But at the same time, I think proper interviewing etiquette may be different depending on the location of the company and the culture of the people.
Exactly. For example, in some places, it's not appropriate to try to shake hands, while in others, you may need to bow or do something else. My personal advice is to look up the etiquette for interviewing that is specific to the area, since it can vary.
That is good advice. What about Module 5? That one was about how to act during business meetings.
Right, I like that one. A couple of the videos were funny, but the information was good and very useful. In my opinion, by teaching us how to hold proper business meetings and by going over some of the language that should be used to make polite requests and to interrupt politely, they also covered proper etiquette. After all, the language we use during meetings is the most important part of etiquette.
You're right. Then I guess Module 6, which covered meeting summaries, doesn't need much as far as etiquette is concerned. This is also about the language that is used. As long as the language is professional, proper etiquette is being followed.
Correct. Also, the same thing can be said about Module 7, which not only taught us about how to write proper emails, but also gave us some templates we can use. All of that has to do with using proper professional language that is appropriate to the situation being addressed in the emails. Proper business etiquette is intrinsic in that module as well.
I agree. Then how about Modules 8 and 9? They dealt with preparing presentations. If I remember correctly, they also covered etiquette in a way by telling us how to interact with the audience and to work on our self-confidence.
That's right. I think if we follow the advice about giving good presentations, we automatically follow proper business etiquette. That leaves us with Module 10, which also contains some elements of proper etiquette when using social media. They taught us to use professional language, to not post anything inappropriate, to follow company policies, and to not argue with anyone. I would regard that as all falling under using proper business etiquette.
Once again, I have to agree with you. They really did talk more about proper business etiquette than I realized. I'm glad we've had this conversation.
Thank you, me too. But is there anything else that we may have to consider or would like to know more about as far as etiquette is concerned?
Let me think. Well, there are different situations we encounter while at work. I'd like to know more about the proper way of making requests and dealing with requests made to me, such as how often we should send messages or make phone calls. Another thing I'd like to know more about is how to properly invite someone to dinner or another event. Is there proper etiquette for this?
I'm sure there must be. You know what? I just remembered that there is a talk at the university this Thursday evening about business etiquette. I wasn't going to go, but if you're interested in checking it out with me, I could be persuaded to go.
There is? That'd be great. Definitely count me in.
Excellent. I'll see you later and we can talk about where to meet.
Okay, I'm looking forward to what we can learn.
Me too. See you later.
Bye.